Just because your life is trifling, your wife is cheating. Just because dinners were full of glasses smashing into paintings like they were planes into buildings. Just because your attitude shattered chandeliers into blizzards of glass tears, and you live with that forlorn fear that another man may, just may, have an edge on you, doesn't mean you're going to make me the dark hole you stuff your misplaced misery in. I know you're sick. I know your disease prevents you from seeing the two sides of a story that aren't yours. But I also know the wars in your mind were designed by divine reason. So stop blaming the world for what you see as God's treason, because you can't have summer for all 4 seasons. Dad, the only time I ever came before you were those nights when I'd read from the dictionary to block out the boisterous battles of bellows from behind barricaded doors, breachless like your mental walls, like your emotions, thicker than quicksand but shallower than the kiddie pool you never took me to. And all I ever wanted was someone to replace that wall I threw tennis balls to. The wall that could only echo everything I said, but could never give me advice on how to talk to that girl I liked, how to ride a bike or fight with lips, not fists. So when I watched our neighbor lighten up his spliffs, who was I supposed to look up to, Dad? Someone who actually noticed I exist? Or you, a plane flying over the ocean with a gas leak? A short-fused brick of C4 backfired against the ones you're supposed to love more than those jackass divorcees you play cards with on weekends. You were supposed to be the glue that bound our family by truce, but you wore your anger like a played-out plaid suit, way too loose, took your marriage, your family, and tied us up in a serpentine noose and hung us out to dry, stranded. And I can't understand it. I was supposed to follow you to manhood, but you left me branded with absence like the church did to our people in the Holocaust. Not that you ever taught me that. What is it about me that scares you? Is it because I'm a spitting image of you, Dad? Eyes, hair, skin. I look just like you, and you fear the world ever seeing another you, another machine of the devil's creation, blatant impatience, complacent with hatred, the invading rapist shaking my matrix until my purity breaks up like the Giants' defense in football games we never watched. Most kids' hearts are broken when their dad leaves. They're emotionally bruised, lost and confused about the size of the shoes they're left to fill, but not me. There was no confusion. Of all the deep emotions I could have felt, the only one that stuck and struck me was relief, a release from the tyranny that bled from your insecurities. It was solace replacing fear, as a ghost replaced a demon. Well, have no fear, because I will never be you. I loathe every characteristic of your personality. I despise every cell body you embody, and it hurt when I used to call your name for help, but all that came out was Mommy. I will never be you. Sincerely, no one.